What's up, everybody? Ty Bartell in with another edition of Player Profile, and this one is a special one. We go back into our friends over in the Beaver community, home of the Bobcats volleyball team, and I am joined today by a young lady. And I tell you, YSN family and YSN voters, if this young lady isn't on your MVP radar for volleyball this season, you're not paying attention. Kaylin Connelly joining me today from the Bobcats. Kaylin, how are we doing today?
Doing good. First day of tryouts. Very excited.
Very exciting indeed. And there's a lot of excitement surrounding this Bobcat volleyball team, especially since the last two seasons that you guys have had. You've kind of been the cornerstone of the offense, though, for this team, leading them in kills in a set, kills in a match, kill percentage, hit percentage, just phenomenal numbers up and down. Talk to me a little bit about just your success in volleyball and how you've been able to grow and improve each and every year throughout these last four.
Well, it definitely takes like a good team to kind of, get that experience out there. So we had Chloe Liss in the past years, and she's an amazing volleyball player. And just having that like competition to work against it's really like how I improve as a player. Just having a person to want to be like, not like in a bad sense, but like, want to be better than them, just to push yourself and get better. And having Lainey now, she's another senior as well. She pushes me every single day, and that's kind of how I got here.
What kind of pressure does being a offensive leader for the team kind of present when you take on a role like that and say, all right, get on my back? It's one of those matches or one of those sets where like I need to get some points for the team too. What kind of pressure comes with that role?
I mean, it's definitely a big like weight on the back, just because like you go on and people expect you to just like, oh, go get that kill, go get that nice little point right there. But like honestly, like with the team, they kind of pull me up, and like it's kind of, I get on myself a lot. Just I'm very like, I self-criticize myself like a lot, just because like I have that on my back that I should be the one getting all the points. But they kind of help me get out of that. So yeah.
Talking about your percentages, I highlighted them a little bit. I mean, last year, a 54 plus kill percentage, a 434 hit percentage, some insane numbers too, insanely great numbers. What did it take from you to be able to get that model of efficiency, to be the most efficient self that you were able to be on the volleyball court?
Yeah. Especially last year, I would come in a lot before practice and kind of stayed after practice and just like worked on hitting different spots and tipping to certain spots that people wouldn't pick up. And getting that percentage kind of like is a lot of IQ, because you don't want to just swing the ball right into the block, and that's the point for them, obviously. You want to be smart with where you're putting the ball and then getting those points. So, I mean, kind of little IQ with that one.
What was, I guess, the most difficult part in your growth process as a player in learning how to be an effective attacker?
The hardest part was, learning how to have the weight on my back, and just being able to like get myself out of that situation whenever I do get down on myself. Volleyball is a very mental game, and having that like need to get that point and having everybody like, oh, you need to get that, like it's just very hard picking myself back up. So obviously a team helps with that one.
Some people would say pressure is a blessing, and I think in this case it could be for you as well, because you're going into senior year, and for a lot of players, that's where the pressure really kicks up for them. Okay, a lot more is on me. They're expecting more of me, and a lot more people are turning to me. But I feel like that was already the case last year, or at least it was starting to turn to that last year with you. So going into this year, how much more comfortable is it for you going into that leadership role once again too, and not having, I guess, the inexperience that you did in years past?
It's definitely a lot better. Last year I wasn't scared, but I was very nervous just to go and have that position. But being able to like kind of have that like the whole year behind my back, like this year, it's just like I'm very ready. I'm really excited to play, obviously.
No doubt. And I mean, the way you guys have played the last few seasons and the way the runs you guys have been on the last couple seasons have been really impressive. You couldn't have asked for, I feel like, a better start to the high school career, to a high school volleyball career. What has that been like for you? Put it into words to what this journey's been like with these teammates and being able to go on these amazing runs the last couple seasons.
It's had its ups and downs, obviously. I mean, everybody has up and down. There's definitely like some team like parts that didn't end up working together in the very end. But being able to play with like the same girls over and over again, which I'm also blessed that I could play with the same high school team girls on my club team. So we kind of have that bond already. And then just being able to keep it going into the high school season, we're very prepared.
What is it like being coached by Coach Suze Pollins too? I mean, a lot of you guys, I feel like all of you have mentioned her name at some point too in your interview too. What kind of role does she have in not just your volleyball life, but your personal life?
I mean, we all love Suze, obviously. I've had Suze coach me since 7th grade, so 5-6 years now, and she coaches for our club as well. So obviously, we're always stuck together. She's like my second mom at this point, and she's like amazing. She wants to push you to be your best, and at the end, like she knows, like if she's pushing you too hard, she's got that. Like she'll calm down a little bit, but she wants you to be the best. And honestly, she's the reason why I'm where I am at right now. So she gets all the props right there.
I've talked with Coach Pollins, and she talked to me about how much she loved being involved in middle school volleyball, and that's her baby. That she enjoys that so much. How much trust did that help build with you going before even entering high school to have that coaching experience with her and to be coached by her for what now 6 years too? How much trust does that build between a player and a coach?
Like I just said, like she's literally my second mom. Like any point, especially like if I'm not at like place I need to be, she's like, where you at? I mean, I don't know. She's like, well, okay, like I need you to figure this out. Like she definitely helps me with a lot of personal life as well. Like especially with college and stuff like that. She was the first person to help me, first person to reach out to schools for me. She's very, very motherly figure. And having her as middle school just like builds that trust. Like she can count on me whenever she needs to. And I can count on her whenever I need to as well.
Run us through the college recruiting process too, and how that whole process is for any student athletes that are maybe underclassmen right now looking at you guys too. Give them a little bit of a peek behind the doors too, and what that process is all like.
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely different for every single person. I myself don't really like the recruiting process just because like I I think it's kind of funny because I don't like talking about myself a lot. And they're like, "Oh my god, you're so good. Oh my gosh." Like I'm like, "Well, okay." So it's definitely different for every single person because some people do like talking to other coaches and I obviously I don't, but it's okay. It's just like it's different because there's a different program waiting for you and like you don't know where half these people are like, oh my god, like I love this school, like let's go see it. And then they're like, oh well, I don't know. It's just like a different process for every single like person, obviously. And I mean, I think it's pretty fun, but I just don't like talking to people, which is kind of not
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And everybody I know, every athlete's going to have a different set of priorities on like the things that they're looking for and what's going to feel right as a home. I have to feel like with you and the close relationship you have with your head coach, the coaching at the schools and the relationship you could build with a coach at a school is definitely going to be something that
yeah.
you're looking forward to. Talk to me about your priority list. What were the things you're looking for in a college?
I'm looking for a college that will push me to my limits and have that like, but still have a family atmosphere that they will pick me up if I'm down on myself, just like the team I have here. And then I also want like a winning program, obviously, because I know there are some programs that like they're very proud of what they do, but they get so far and they're like, oh, well, I don't know. Like, I think we're kind of like settling, keeping it down a little bit. But I want a winning program, I want a family environment. I want like a connection with the coach, like I have with Suze, like I have a motherly figure because they are going to be that motherly or fatherly figure for the next like 6, maybe 6 if you have like a different kind of like, major or stuff like that, or like the next 4 years because they are going to be your parents.
So let's talk about this year. Let's talk about this high school season real quick. I know with what you guys, you feel like you might have left a little bit on the table the last couple years too, with the way you guys went on those big runs. You felt like you guys could have finished it all the way. For you guys to accomplish that goal, and I know that's the goal amongst this team and with all the seniors this year. What is going to need to be done from you guys? What's going to need to be done from the team for you guys to accomplish that goal?
We're going to need a lot more discipline in the practice area and the environment because, yeah, we know each other and we love to hang out with each other, but we need to be more like set on volleyball and be ready to win all of it. Like, you want to win, obviously, but there's different steps you need to take to get to that certain spot. And kind of last year, we just kind of got stuck in a spot where we're like, oh, we weren't settling, but we also weren't pushing ourselves to be the best. So we obviously need to push ourselves and then just stick together too, because towards the end last year, we kind of got mad at each other for some reason. Don't know why it happened, but it did. And that kind of like broke us apart. So we just need to stay together and push ourselves to our limits.
Hey, sometimes, like you said, you guys are a family, and sometimes families go through those rough patches too. But you guys have been able to patch it up too, and sometimes families go through those points.
Yeah.
I still think with this year too, with the seniors you guys got and the talent you guys got, I think there's nothing but excitement surrounding you guys. Let's talk real quick about just the younger programs and the younger girls that are no doubt watching you guys, watching this team. Yeah. A lot of young guys are on this team right now, and they how can't they be with the success you've had? And I bet you there's a lot of middle school schoolers that are going, hey, that's Kaylin Connelly out there. That's her walking down the hallways, right? So what's your advice you give to those young girls that are looking at you, looking up to you, and saying they want to be like you one day?
Just be yourself, honestly. Like, you can have a role model, but don't base your personality on their personality. I had a struggle with that, and it's definitely like kind of took me down a couple notches before I figured out who I wanted to be as a player and who I want to be as a person. So if you have a role model, great. You do what you want to do, and if you want to be like them one day, then be like them one day. But push yourself to your own standards and try to make yourself the better person.
I love it. That's some great advice. Final question for you, and final, well, not a question, more or less just a spotlight I want to give you, right? So I know you couldn't do this journey on your own. I know there's support systems. There's people that have been there with you every step of the way too. I want to give you that spotlight to shine on anybody, shout them out, give them some love that have been there for you along the way.
I want to shout out to my mom, Megan Conley, and my dad, Brian Conley. They've been there for me every step of the way, as well as my brothers, Aiden, Tristan, and Gavin. They don't like coming to watch me play, but they support me.
What are we doing? Gotta get them out there. You gotta bug the brothers to get out there.
Yeah. I also want to thank you to send a thank you to my gram. She's always there, and then my Pat passed away, and she kind of having her there helped me get out of that situation, like that depression, deep feeling. And then I also want to shout out to Lainey. Lainey's my twin. I love her so much. Shout out to Suze and all the rest of the seniors at Beaver, and my aunt Tracy and Uncle Roger. Love them so much.
Well, we have a big shout out for you, Kaylin Connelly. It's been a great just last few years and a great opportunity for us at YSN, and an honor really to be able to just watch you grow, watch you continue to take those next steps. We're so excited here at your sports network to see what you are going to be able to do and what the Beaver Bobcats are going to be able to do this year. And within due time, we'll be seeing you out there on the floor real soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. This has been an edition of Player Profile with, I think, an MVP candidate by the end of this season, Kaylin Connelly from Beaver Bobcat Volleyball.